All right, let's get into it. Love is one of those things we all think about, dream about, and sometimes even struggle to define. It's everywhere, woven into the stories we tell, the music we listen to, and the movies we watch. We talk a lot about love, see it in movies, hear it in songs, but rarely do we talk honestly with each other about it. We often let pop culture shape our ideas, but real love is so much more complex and personal. We assume we know what our partner feels, but love is different for everyone. Each person brings their own experiences, hopes, and fears into a relationship, and that shapes how they give and receive love. Today, I want to talk about what men often wish their partners knew about how they feel love. It's a perspective that doesn't get enough attention, but it matters. It's not about secrets or mind games. It's about real conversation. It's about being willing to open up, even when it feels a little uncomfortable or unfamiliar. Feel love deeply, but they might show it differently. Sometimes love is shown through actions rather than words, a quiet gesture, a helping hand, or simply being present. Because they're taught to be strong and silent, they don't always say what's on their minds. Vulnerability can be hard, especially when society tells you to keep your feelings hidden. So it's up to us to listen closer and create a space where they feel safe to share. When we listen without judgment, we invite honesty and trust. Think of a relationship like a puzzle. You need all the pieces to see the full picture. Every piece matters, even the ones that are hard to find or take time to understand. Without open communication, we're just guessing. Misunderstandings can pile up, and we end up feeling disconnected. Understanding what men wish women knew is like finding those missing pieces. It brings clarity, closeness, and a sense of teamwork. It helps us build a stronger, more connected relationship. When we make the effort to understand, we grow together. So let's start this conversation. Let's be brave enough to ask questions and really listen to the answers. Let's put aside stereotypes and be open. Let's challenge the old ideas that hold us back from truly connecting. This isn't about blame. It's about empathy and kindness. It's about meeting each other where we are, with patience and care. It's about truly seeing the person you love, not just on the surface, but deep down, where their hopes and fears live. When we understand each other on a deeper level, love has a real chance to grow. It becomes something lasting, something real. That's when the magic happens. That's when love feels effortless, joyful, and full of possibility. And who doesn't want a little more magic in their lives? Let's dive in and discover what love can really be when we open our hearts and minds. Let's talk about respect. It's a word we hear often, but its true meaning in relationships is sometimes overlooked. For many men, feeling respected is just as important as feeling loved. Sometimes, it's the main way they feel loved. Respect is the language that speaks directly to his heart. It's not about being in charge, it's about feeling valued and trusted. When a man senses that his partner truly values his thoughts, his efforts, and his intentions, it creates a powerful bond. When you show respect, you're saying, "I believe in you." You're telling him that you see his strengths and appreciate his unique contributions. That message builds him up and makes him feel secure. It gives him the confidence to face challenges, knowing he has your support. I once spoke to a carpenter who said his wife's pride in his work made him feel more loved than any gift. Her admiration for his skills meant the world to him. Her respect was a direct deposit into his love tank. It fueled his motivation and deepened their connection. On the flip side, a lack of respect, eye rolls, public criticism, little jokes, chips away at his confidence. Even small moments of disrespect can leave a lasting impact. He might pull away or become defensive, not because he's difficult, but because he feels disrespected. It's a natural reaction to feeling unappreciated or dismissed. So how do you show respect? Listen when he talks. Ask for his opinion. Show genuine interest in what matters to him, even if it's different from your own interests. Praise his efforts, not just his successes. Stand up for him. Celebrate his growth and encourage him when he tries something new. Let him know you're on his team. Remind him that you're partners, facing life together. When you make him feel respected, you're building a foundation of trust and admiration. Respect is the glue that holds your connection strong. For a man, knowing his partner truly respects him is the greatest feeling of love and security. It's the reassurance that he's valued for who he is every single day. Everyone needs a safe place, a space to be themselves without judgment. It's a universal human need, but for many men, it can be especially hard to find. The world often expects them to be strong, stoic, and unshakable, but inside, they long for acceptance and understanding. For many men, they want their relationship to be that safe harbor, a place where they can let their guard down, knowing they won't be judged or criticized for showing vulnerability. Life is tough, and when he comes home, he needs to know he can exhale. The pressures of work, expectations, and daily stress can weigh heavily on him. He doesn't always want solutions. Sometimes he just needs to be heard. Just having someone listen without trying to fix things can be incredibly healing. I heard a story about a husband who lost a client at work. He came home feeling defeated, worried about what his wife would think. His wife just listened and offered comfort, not advice. She didn't try to solve the problem. She simply let him know she was there for him no matter what. That made all the difference. He felt seen, valued, and safe to share his struggles. When a man doesn't feel emotionally safe, he shuts down. He may become distant, withdrawn, or even irritable, not because he doesn't care, but because he's protecting himself. If he's met with criticism or unsolicited advice, he learns it's not safe to be open. Over time, he may stop sharing altogether, building walls instead of bridges. Next time, he'll keep it to himself. The distance grows, and the relationship suffers in silence. Creating that safe harbor is about listening more than you speak, offering empathy before advice. It's about making space for his feelings, even when you don't fully understand them. Say things like, "That makes sense," or "I can see why you'd feel that way." Simple words of validation can mean the world. Be his biggest cheerleader, even when he feels like he's lost. Remind him that he's not alone, and that you're in his corner. When he knows he can fall apart with you, and you'll help him put the pieces back together, that's a profound kind of love. It's the foundation of trust, intimacy, and a lasting connection. Boys are taught to be tough, to hide their feelings. So when a man opens up, it's a big deal. He's fighting a lifetime of conditioning. His vulnerability isn't weakness, it's trust. He's showing you the parts he's been taught to hide. When he shares his fears or sadness, he's not asking you to fix him. He just wants to be seen. I knew a couple where the husband, always the strong one, broke down when his dog died. He felt embarrassed, but his wife's loving response made him feel safe and deepened their connection. When your partner shows vulnerability, treat it as the gift it is. Don't make a joke or use it against him later. Just listen, offer a hug, and say, "Thank you for telling me." By welcoming his vulnerability, you show him he doesn't have to wear armor with you. That's the greatest freedom and deepest love you can give. Sometimes a man needs space. It's not about you. Many men process stress by retreating, not talking. It's his way of resetting, not shutting you out. If he's forced to talk before he's ready, it can feel overwhelming. I knew a couple who struggled with this until they talked it out. He explained he just needed an hour to decompress after work. Once she understood, their evenings improved. The secret is not to take it personally. Give him space, but let him know you're there when he's ready. Say, "Take the time you need, I'll be here when you're ready to talk." This shows trust and respect for his process, and most of the time, he'll come back ready to connect. For many men, making their partner happy is a primary goal. Your happiness is a reflection of his success as a partner. When you're happy, he feels loved and validated. He wants to be your hero, to make your life better. Think about when he does something for you, fixes something, brings you your favorite food. Your genuine happiness is his reward. If you're consistently unhappy, he can internalize it as his failure. He might stop trying, not because he doesn't care, but because he feels defeated. It's important to show your happiness and appreciation. When he does something that makes you happy, let him know. And if you're unhappy, communicate it in a way that shows him how he can help. He wants to be on the path to making you happy. For many men, actions are their primary love language. He might not say, "I love you" all the time, but he'll show it by filling your gas tank, making you tea, or working hard for the family. These are his love letters. Sometimes we miss these gestures because we're looking for something else. Men also feel loved through your actions. When you do something for him, make his favorite meal, take care of a chore, give him your full attention, it speaks directly to his heart. These actions say, "I see you, I care about you." Notice the small things he does and acknowledge them. And think about your own actions. Are you showing your love or just saying it? Sometimes the most powerful "I love you" is something that makes his life a little easier or brighter. Men are sensitive to the emotional tone of a relationship. He hears what you don't say. He feels it. He can tell when you're upset, even if you say, "I'm fine." The unspoken tension is often more stressful than an honest disagreement. He'd rather you tell him what's wrong, even if it's hard to hear. I once talked to a man who said the silent treatment was worse than any argument. When communication shuts down, he fills in the blanks with worst-case scenarios. He's not a mind reader. He needs you to use your words. Direct communication is a gift. Even if the topic is difficult, use "I" statements. For example, "I felt hurt earlier when you said." This opens the door for conversation, not a guessing game. Let's talk about appreciation. Men need to feel confident and effective, especially in their relationships. A simple thank you or word of appreciation can be the fuel that keeps him going. Without it, he can feel invisible or unappreciated. I know a woman who thanked her husband for one specific thing every night. It changed their relationship. He felt seen and valued and looked for more ways to help. Let's make an effort to see the good and say it out loud. Acknowledge his hard work, thank him for his kindness, appreciate his sense of humor. These small moments of recognition help love grow strong. When a man feels truly appreciated, he'll move mountains for you because in your eyes, he's already a hero.